At 11, when it launched in 2019, was a very fun fighter. That's arguably NetherRealm's best fighter today in the long-running series. I played it on Switch and had a lot of fun with it, but I always wanted to play the other console versions. Anyway, after nearly 2 years and a load of DLC later, I finally received the Ultimate version, which includes the base game and all the previously released DLC in one package to make for the complete version of the popular fighter. So let's see how they did, shall we? Let's start off by talking about the combat. Like in previous games, 11 sees the fighters on a 2D background and you have to deplete the opponent's health bar. You do damage to opponents by punching and kicking, as well as using a various combination of buttons to perform combos and special moves. The game's many environments are very interactive, with objects that can be used to damage opponents. Like all Mortal Kombat games, 11 is extremely violent and bloody, probably the most brutal to date, with some absolutely gruesome fatalities and brutalities, as well as new fatal blows, which are special and powerful moves that become available when your health is under 30%. It's brutal and very graphic as well, and a great get out of jail card when you're low on health. A fighting game would be nothing if it didn't have any decent characters to go with the strong fighting mechanics, and thankfully Mortal Kombat 11 delivers in spades with a huge amount of characters and variety, from series mainstays such as Scorpion, Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero, to new characters such as Frost and Robocop. As for the content, we have the story mode, which follows on from the events of Mortal Kombat 10 and sees Raiden going incredibly over the top, acting as a sort of judge, jury and executioner, killing anyone who threatens him. He decapitates Shinnok in the opening minutes and seemingly reigns supreme over the Earth realm. But there's a new threat that comes into play called Kronika, who tries to rewrite their universe. It's a cool idea that brings back many younger versions of the characters and long dead ones as well. It's an incredibly enjoyable tale. This easily proves that NetherRealms are the market leader when it comes to story mode in fighting games. It's an 8-hour multi-chapter story that sees you play as most of the characters of the base roster and acts as a sort of tutorial as you can try out each character and see which one suits your playstyle. There's also towers here, and these are a mix of ever-changing towers, each housing special battles that have specific requirements, and also doles out some pretty hefty rewards. These towers come in all different difficulties, and the higher the difficulty, the bigger the reward. The housing towers are also traditional arcade mode, which allows you to fight several fighters and the endgame boss and receive a small ending for said character. The towers are where the real meat and length of the game is housed, especially for single players. We also have the Crypt, which returns here and houses a cornucopia of rewards as you play as an unknown explorer looking to explore Shang Tsung's island. The island itself is pretty big, expanding through many different environments. There's plenty of chests here to open, and you can open these with one of 3 in-game currencies. These chests house hordes of items such as cosmetics, consumables and extra fatalities. Whilst there's a lot of cool stuff to find, alas, it's Hobson's choice what you actually get. You could spend 6,000 coins and get something decent, or you could get some useless icons. It's a shame that all the drops are random, and it does make it feel a bit unfair, similar to that of a mobile game. One of the biggest features of Mortal Kombat 11 is the ability to edit and customize any one of the game's many fighters. You can edit the costumes, opening and closing animations, and moves they can perform. There's also specific armor and weapons which are unique for each character, and there's multiple ones of these to unlock. Each item has their own buffs and the like, and they can be upgraded. It's a cool idea, and whilst it really doesn't make much difference to the game bar the cosmetic difference, it honestly just makes the game feel a little bit like a mobile game. It's an odd choice as everything you unlocked is completely random, like in the Crypt. Online multiplayer is also included, as you expect. It includes your traditional mix of multiplayer modes, there's your typical fights, and King of the Hill mode. The netcode here is pretty solid, and I didn't experience any issues and got into a game very quickly. As this is the Ultimate Edition, it should come as no surprise that the game includes all the previously released DLC, such as all the characters, such as the returning Melina, new characters such as Rambo, Terminator, Joker and Robocop, to name but a few. There's also a few bonus costumes, as well as the Aftermath story expansion that takes place after the events of the mainline story. Unlike the story in the base game, Aftermath is fantastically written and highly enjoyable story that does add a few more hours of fun to Mortal Kombat 11's story. Presentation wise, Mortal Kombat 11 is a fantastic looking title on consoles. Character models look incredibly impressive and detailed. The fatalities also demonstrate the gory detail wonderfully. It also runs smoothly at 60 FPS without any drops anywhere. There's also a free upgrade if you own a next gen console that includes 4K resolution and improved loading times, but bar that, if you got a next gen console, it's a pretty basic upgrade. Conclusion time now, and Mortal Kombat 11 is yet another excellent fighter from the team at NetherRealms, delivering an absolutely gorgeous looking title with an in-depth and fun fighting system. There's a bucket load of content with the Endless Towers, story mode and the Crypt, and adding the new included fighters and the Aftermath story mode that's included with the Ultimate version, then this is an incredibly generous package. There's issues with the randomization of items and the always online nature of the game, but overall you can't go wrong with Mortal Kombat 11, so with that I'm giving Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate a 9 out of 10 with the title of brilliant. As always, thank you for watching my review. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great, and until next time, happy gaming, bye!